On behalf of the National Work Committee and PDP family, I want to thank you first for accepting to do this job for us. And I believe that from what the chairman said during his before his inauguration and what the comrade said, Benue is a PDP state. There's no doubt. It was just a mere misunderstanding that cost us our fortune. And to get it back is very simple, because the present administration in Benue, controlled by APC, have not done well. So it's an opportunity for PDP to get back our position. So you are, especially the chairman and secretary, they are not from Benue. So I don't expect you to go there and do otherwise, just to go and make peace. And for those of you who are in Benue, they have come to make sure that you will work together. So that you give them the cooperation. They are outsiders, they are not from Benue, but they are PDP members. Their interest is to make sure that PDP is together, just like the chairman has advised. I will try to re-echo what the chairman said earlier. So on behalf of the National Work Committee, as you came this morning, I'm sure some of you came through road and air. God will lead you safely back to your respective homes. And I say, go back, make peace. Let PDP please bring every leader together. Those will agree. When you want to make peace, there's nobody who doesn't like peace, but it depends on the approach to that peace.
I, Senator Air Vice Marshal Napoleon Bali, on behalf of this seasoned, well-selected members of this Benue Caretaker Committee, I hereby accept this responsibility given to us. Am I speaking on behalf of our members? If I'm speaking on behalf of you and you've accepted, please, can you respect this National Committee by standing up, please? Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Please, you may have your seats. Well, what I can say is, when I was called and given this job, I know I have a fair idea of Makurdi, because while I was in the Air Force, I served there for about 2 years. And I remember very well when politicians boxed themselves into some maybe challenges and police could not handle. I remember that PDP used to write to the Air Force, and I was the operation officer, so I used to treat it. I believe PDP people in Benue State will not give me the opportunity this time around to write that I should be assisted. What am I saying? What am I saying? Honestly, when my governor told me about this assignment, I think you, the chairman, I can assure you, I will try my best. Let us all cooperate. This job, like the chairman said, it is not easy. But for me, it's an easy job because the rules are there. If you don't want to follow the rules, then maybe we are going to have some challenges. But if you follow the rules, honestly, we are going to do that thing judiciously with the cooperation of all our members and the stakeholders. We are not going to entertain any personal interest against the interest, one, as a Christian Almighty God, the PDP as a party, and people of Benue State. Am I saying what the people of Benue State want to hear? So be rest assured that we are there to serve your interests, to just be there by the grace of God for about 90 days, installed a state working committee, and then we'll go back to our respective houses. So I demand a lot of cooperation from you, and my fellow comrade, I remember very well, he inducted me into it while I was briefly in the 10th Senate. I will not tell you why I was there briefly, but he knows very well. That's another story for another day. So, sir, thank you very much for this responsibility, and I can assure you that we are going to do it judiciously. For my friend, the National Organizing Secretary, I think you have a fair idea of me. Eh? So now, am I going to be respecting you? as a member of the Nigerian Defense Academy, alma mater, or the PDP National Working Committee? Both go? Very good. So in essence, I'm going to be talking a lot with him. We have been talking to each other. The National Legal Advisor too is my friend. When I was a young officer, we used to party together in Kainji. I don't know whether your wife is here, but you used to party a lot. So for the members of the press, thank you very much for this coverage. While we do our jobs in Benue State, please be a little bit very objective. Don't expose what you've not verified. I am available. We will talk with more of your correspondents in Benue State there, and we'll try as much as possible at the end of it all to have a rancor-free ESCO that will serve the interests of PDP and by extension the country at large. Once again, thank you very much, sir.
Senator Air Vice Marshal Napoleon Bali, Mrs. Owoka Koyi Jasmine, Barrister Abba Ijombi, Francis Igbe, Gabriel Obekba, Michael Adio, Mrs. Tina Soka, Isaac Tom. Wow, this one is it TV or Anakwakwa, Honorable Teka Ucha, Teva Konde, Orina Over. Okay, this one is from Oshongo, and I don't know where he's from. Mrs. Esther Horn. Huh? Okay. Honorable Alfred Otera. Mr. Tassa Sumba. Okay. Mr. Tana Achi. And we have Osita Ogene from Enugu as a secretary. So, Mr. Chairman, the rise for inauguration.
On behalf of myself and the very good people of Benue State, thank you, members of National Working Committee, for taking very prompt action in constituting a caretaker committee to oversee the affairs of the PDP in Benue State, especially against the backdrop of the expiration of the tenure of the State Working Committee. You have indeed lived up to the belief that power abhors vacuum. And so from your actions today in inaugurating this committee, Benue State PDP will certainly return to the fold of all PDP chapters that have executive committees overseeing them. We thank you very sincerely. To the members, chairman and members of the Caretaker Committee, I want to, on behalf of Benue people in PDP, enjoin you to be very, very fair, very firm, and provide a level playing ground for all contestants in the ongoing process of congresses. I'm aware that what congresses have taken place, of course, no elections all over the world can be perfect. We therefore must be prepared to manage ourselves in such a manner that we don't break the system. Let PDP reign. And I say therefore that we must live up to the creed of the party. Power to the people. The people therefore must be allowed to select their leaders. Honestly, that has always been my cry and advocacy, that the people must be allowed to choose their leaders. Mr. Chairman, in those days when people selected their leaders, PDP was in the ascendance in Nigeria. to a point that we controlled virtually more than 2/3 of the government of Nigeria. We control the National Assembly. And therefore, we must use this as a foundation, as a stepping stone to rediscover ourselves and live up to our creed and allow the people to choose who their leaders are, so that they can own those people, so that they can work for those people, and will reduce the cost of elections in our environment. On our part, I pledge our support to the Caretaker Committee. Other stakeholders are not here. It's not because they love PDP less. One thing or the other must have held them back. But I can assure you that I can speak for them, that we will continue to cooperate, continue to support you. Whatever the hiccups of the World Congresses, please use it to correct those anomalies in the local government Congress, so that all of us, Benue people, the PDP, will be the winner. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
I've forgotten that today we are going to have this function. What I'm going to say is straightforward. You've been selected carefully from your various zones through your stakeholders within that zone to represent all interests in Benue. Is that right? So that we don't leave any stakeholder or part of Benue out of this current caretaker. And your duty is very, very simple: to usher in all-inclusive executive during these ongoing congresses, so that everyone will belong. This is not an easy task. You must avoid sentiment, selfishness, and taking all. Even though you come from various interests, what I want to advise is that the party is first before your personal interest. Until you have a party in Benue, you will know or you achieve what you want to achieve in the future. So you have a daunting task. We all know the crisis there that led to our very, very bad outing during the next election. And I'm sure it's still there. So we want to use this opportunity to use you to correct that anomaly that has actually made us lose that state, which has been a predominant PDP state, one of the predominant PDP states in this country. So you have a very, very big task. I'm very delighted by the selection of the chairman to lead this team. Having come from the same zone with you, with his pedigree, I want to enjoin you to give him all the necessary cooperation so that he can lead you out. Before now, we have done, some of us have done this assignment that was given to you. And the only way to achieve that is to make sure that you have given him the necessary cooperation, because he's going there to help you achieve reconciliation, achieve the progress that has so far been retarded within your party. So he needs that cooperation from all of you. I don't want to talk much. Your job is not going to take long. Yours is to use this period and your wisdom to usher in an all-inclusive executive for that state. We don't want any interest to be left alone. Whether good or bad, in a party you have the good, the bad, and the ugly. Everyone is important. And also use this opportunity, where possible, to reconcile within yourselves. It's very, very important. This is the only way you will achieve a strong party in that state. The PDP is there on the ground, we know about it, but the PDP is you. Nobody is going to Benue to do that job for you, but you that were selected from various interest groups will do the job. So I enjoin you to be very, very honest. Also be your brother's keeper and achieve the desired result that is expected from you. I want to congratulate you once again for being here. Definitely those that submitted your name from your constituency knows that you have what it takes to do this job. Please don't disappoint them, as well as don't disappoint us over here. We're looking forward to the chairman. If you have any, my doors are open. If you have any suggestion, any problem, my doors are always open for you. We can always talk and see how we remedy the situation. Once again, congratulations.